just kind of focus on today and try to win today's game and then move on. And that's what we'll try to do. We got Shota pitching today, and that's a good thing. He's been pitching wonderfully. And this is a Nationals team that's young, very aggressive, playing well. They have some good young players. They have some, like, a nice foundation of a team here. They're just very young. So, that usually means like aggressive. And so we got to figure out how to both take advantage of it and be a little cautious about it, right? And so that's our job the next couple of days. But it starts with a good game from Shota tonight.
Good luck here in Washington.
Thanks, Coom.
Sounds like he is cautiously optimistic, as am I. Coming up, the Cubs have been on a roll, and I'll tell you who I'm banking on. Brought to you by Busey Bank next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Justin Steele. Listen to every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Football isn't just a game, it's a game we're trying to win. I'm Jim Costa. On Cash the Ticket, we help you turn every matchup into an opportunity, whether it's college football or the NFL. If there's action, we're on it. Get your winning edge with Cash the Ticket. Follow Cash the Ticket in the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shaded Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
On The Score, we're talking Bears.
The Roma Dunze throw is amazing. It's amazing.
Only special quarterbacks make that.
That's right.
And they've never really been Bears quarterbacks.
And you're talking Bears.
This is the best offense we've ever had, especially from the receiver's perspective. I'm excited.
As the highly anticipated Bears season gets underway, this is where Chicago goes to talk Bears. Right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and live on the free Odyssey app.
That takes some skill right there. That was the Handbell Musicians of America performing the national anthem, sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. I am Gabe Ramirez, and this is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. It's now time for Who You Banking On, sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Who else? Shota Imanaga. Of course, I'm expecting him to continue his dominance. He leans on the four-seamer and the splitter. Four-seamer 55% of the time, the splitter 33% of the time. Obviously, changing the eye levels in the strike zone, that's what makes Shota so dominant, and we expect him to continue that. Pitching matchups, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Shota Imanaga, of course, getting the ball for the Chicago Cubs, 10-3 on the season with a 3.08 ERA, and he's going to face Jake Irvin, who's 9-10 on the season with a 3.80 ERA. All right, now it's time to check the scoreboard by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. Now, when you're looking around the league, of course, we're going to be watching closely the Chicago White Sox, who are going to be taking on the New York Mets. That team is currently sitting above the Chicago Cubs. Brewers defeated the Cincinnati Reds 5-4 earlier today, and the rest of these games will be starting in just a little bit. All right, now it's time for baseball. When we come back, Zach Zaidman, Ron Coomer, they have the call as the Cubs take on the Washington Nationals right here on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Milo's Rewards members, it's Labor Day and doorbuster deals are waiting for you. Take advantage of holiday prices and save $1,500 on a Hisense Smart French door refrigerator to create your dream kitchen. Plus, save $100 on a 10-foot animatronic skeleton because Halloween is right around the corner. Not a member? Join for free today to get these savings and more. Valid through 9/2. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Your coworkers might annoy you, but we promise we won't. Download the free Odyssey app and you can listen to us at work while you tackle your inbox or get ready for another meeting that probably could have been an email.
You
Tune in late? You can rewind your favorite live shows to catch what you missed. And with Chapters, easily jump to the topics that you care about most, like the latest updates from your team. Your sports talk, your way. The Odyssey app. Download it today.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back to the stands. That ball is gone. A game-winning home run. Can you believe it? This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Vinny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Arturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the sports book born in Vegas. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
It's the final leg of the Cubs' 9-game, 3-city road trip. Final stop, Washington, as the Cubs open up a 3-game set with the Nationals. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good evening to you from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C., alongside Ron Coomer. Zach Saban in for Pat tonight. He's working the TV side. Cubs have taken 5 of the 6 games on this trip so far, 2 of 3 in Miami last weekend, and all 3 in Pittsburgh to start the week. Now all-star left-hander Shota Imanaga gets the ball this evening against the Nationals, who go with right-hander Jake Irvin. Let's get right to the starting lineup, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. For Craig Counsell's Cubs, a record of 68 and 66, second place in the National League Central, just 5 back of that final wild card spot in the National League. Atlanta currently holds it. Ian Happ, the leadoff man, he's in left field. Michael Busch plays first. The designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. The cleanup man, right fielder, Cody Bellinger. The third baseman is Isaac Paredes. Nico Horner at second. Shortstop Dansby Swanson bats seventh. Pete Crow Armstrong in the number 8 hole playing center field. Catcher Miguel Amaya bats ninth, and Shota Imanaga on the mound. Meantime, for the Nationals, Dave Martinez sends out a team that's 61 and 73, fourth place in the National League East. Dylan Cruz is the leadoff man, and he's in right. James Wood plays left field. The designated hitter is Juan Yepes. Andres Chaparro is the first baseman. He bats cleanup. At third, Jose Tena. Ildemaro Vargas, the former Cub, is at second base for Washington. Shortstop C.J. Abrams is the number 7 hitter. Keibert Ruiz is the catcher. And batting ninth, center fielder Jacob Young, with Jake Irvin, right-hander, on the mound for Washington. First pitch next, the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Nats on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network. Welcome to Queens of the Court. I'm your girl, Cheryl Swoops. And I'm Jordan Robinson. All WNBA season long, we're bringing you expert analysis and, of course, lots of hot takes. Find Queens of the Court, a WNBA podcast presented by AT&T on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade and Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
On The Score, we're talking Bears.
Confidence in the quarterback here in Chicago. That is an unfamiliar feeling and a delightful, subtle change to the Bears fan existence.
And you're talking Bears.
This is the first time where we have a true number one pick. Everyone's calling a generational talent.
As the highly anticipated Bears season gets underway, this is where Chicago goes to talk Bears. Right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and live on the free Odyssey app.
It rained most of the day here in our nation's capital, but right now overcast, 78 degrees, and supposedly it's going to be dry the rest of the way as we get set for the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and the Nationals. The game time temperature is sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, your trusted local experts. And while it is overcast above, it's been bright and sunny for the Cubs on this road trip so far, Kuhn.
Yeah, it's been very good. They have played good baseball. They have swung the bats exceptionally well, pitched it pretty well, and they've needed W's, and they've been getting them. They had 2 out of 3 series in a row, and then a sweep in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a team that's struggling a little bit, but you have to win those games. And Pittsburgh is good starting pitching, and the Cubs did a very good job against the starters, including Skays the other day, and got him out of the game in 5 innings. So the offense has been doing his job, and now he needs Shota to go out there and do what he's been doing all year, and that's give the Cubs a great start.
The Cubs leadoff man is presented by Vinny's Beverage Depot. If Ian Happ gets a hit, Vinny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Vinny's, it's worth drinking. 27-year-old right-hander Jake Irvin on the mound for Washington. He's 9-10 with a 3.80 ERA in 27 starts. Saturday in Atlanta, his last start, a no decision, 2 earned runs on 5 hits and 5 1/3. First pitch on the way, Happ swings and loops one in a left center field for a base hit. Happ a big turn at first. He's digging for second. Here comes the throw, the slide, and Happ is safe. Leadoff double to begin the game for Ian Happ and the Cubs.
Now Ian hits this ball into the gap in left center field. He goes flying around first, and this ball's cut off by Young in center. And he comes up and he throws a strike. This is going to be a borderline play at second base, whether you even go to second. But Ian, he doesn't slow down, and he gets into second. He does the old swim move. He shows the left hand and pulls that back and goes in with the right. Safe at second base, even though the throw beat him to second base.
Now Michael Busch stands in. No one out here in the top half of the first inning, and the pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Doubles by Cubs batters are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. Busch waits for the 0-1 delivery. Irvin looks at second. That's where Happ is, and the pitch is up high and outside. 1-1. The home plate umpire tonight is Mike Estabrook, the crew chief. Laz Diaz at first. Edwin Jimenez is at second. And Eric Backus, the umpire, at third, as Busch grounds one on the right side. Fielded by the second baseman Vargas. He flips to first in time. Busch retired, one away. Advancing to third on the play is Happ.
Well, that's why it's so important for Ian to try to get to second base if he can, even though that's a pretty risky play. He makes it to second, and now Michael Busch does his job by pulling a ground ball. You try to drive the run in, but if not, and you pull the ball, it's a productive out, and now Cubs got a chance to score their first run of the game with Stay at the plate and the infield in already in the first inning.
Suzuki waits. First pitch on the way is in there for a strike. So the count is 0-1. Happ at third. One away here in the top half of the first inning. Infield in for Washington. Irvin deals inside to Seiya. 1 ball and 1 strike. Suzuki has been on a tear during this road trip. hitting nearly 500, 11 for 23. That's a .478 average with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. The pitch. Inside, back Suzuki off the plate, 2-1.
Well, they come inside twice against Suzuki hard, and these are intentional to come inside to really get him aware of the pitch inside, to try to get him to roll over a ground ball into the left side of the defense with the infield in.
Irvin delivers. Suzuki hits a comebacker right back to Irvin. Shovel toss to the plate, and they get Happ at home as he tries to slide in feet first. So mark that one down. Fielder's choice. 1-2, 2 away.
Well, this little chopper, exactly what we thought, right? They come inside hard with 2 fastballs and a little breaking ball away. And Suzuki rolls over this one right back to Irwin, and he ends up throwing home and Ian out. Close play at the plate, actually, but Estabrook calls him out. No challenge by the Cubs.
So Suzuki at first with 2 down. Cody Bellinger at the plate. He taps one foul right at the dish, 0-1. Bellinger, the Cubs cleanup man, hitting at .267 this season, 13 home runs and 55 RBIs. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Irvin, who works his motion and deals. A swing and a miss. 0-2. Now Bellinger calls time, steps out of the box, which gives us an opportunity to let you know the announcement of the umpires was sponsored by Suits 2020 in Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. And the pitch. A swing and a miss, strike 3. And that ends the top half of the first inning. Cubs start the game with a double, but leave empty-handed. After a half inning of play, we're scoreless in Washington. On The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Milo's Rewards members, it's Labor Day and doorbuster deals are waiting for you. Take advantage of holiday prices and save $1,500 on a Hisense smart French door refrigerator to create your dream kitchen. Plus, save $100 on a 10-foot animatronic skeleton because Halloween is right around the corner. Not a member? Join for free today to get these savings and more. Valid through 9/2. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade & Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
Baseball is in full swing. NBA playoffs are heating up, and your NFL team is gearing up for training camp. Listen to the latest on the teams you love here on the Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams right here on the Odyssey app.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
30-year-old left-hander Shota Imanaga on the mound for the Cubs, 10-3 this season with a 3.08 ERA in 24 starts. The batter is Dylan Cruz. First pitch on the way is up high for ball 1. We're in the last of the first. Cubs and Nationals are scoreless, the opener of a 3-game set. Cruz playing in just his 4th ball game of his career. And the pitch, that's up high again, 2-0 the count. Cruz, one of the highly touted prospects in all of Major League Baseball, 22 years old, out of LSU, 5'11", 203 pounds. Here comes the 2-0. He swings and hits a pop fly out of play off to the right. 2-1 the count.
Now let's see if Shota can do the same thing he did in his last start. Shota was outstanding in his last start. And I would think with this very inexperienced lineup, that split finger will be a real weapon today for Shota.
The pitch. Cruz pops it up, foul territory off to the right, giving Chase Bush, the first baseman near the sidewall, makes the catch for out number one as Cruz fouls out. So a nice start for Shota and the Cubs here in the last of the first.
Well, Shota's going to end up throwing, 92, maybe touch 93 on occasion with the fastball. But he's got great location with that heater. And as always, speed gun powered by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
James Wood at the plate, a left-handed hitter, looks at a strike on the outside corner.
And the first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibilities. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
The next pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. A slider from Imanaga. Lefty-lefty matchup with Wood at the plate, hitting at 280 with 5 home runs and 31 RBIs in 51 games. The next pitch is lined to left for a base hit. So 1-out single for Wood and the Nationals here in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, Shota going with back-to-back breaking balls, and Wood showing that he can stay on the breaking ball away and shoots it the other way. Nice piece of hitting. This ball stayed on that pitch really well. Shota liked to have that ball down a little bit more. It ended up about mid-thigh, and Wood hammered it to left.
So now the batter is Juan Yepes. The former Cardinal is the designated hitter for the Nationals, the number 3 hitter in Washington's order. The pitch is popped up behind home plate, foul out of play.
Trying to hit one to us, but he's got to hit it twice to get it this far up to the stadium. Are we still in D.C. up here, or is that still considered D.C. where we're at?
We're closer to outer space than we are to Washington. You're right about that. Here's the pitch. This is fouled back out of play again by Yepes. Lunged across the plate to make contact with a changeup, 0-2.
We talk about being high up in ballparks, and we were just in Pittsburgh, which was very high. And you hear Pat and I, and now Z and I talking about we are as high as the light towers in right field. We are even with them. And that's up there.
Yeah, no building in Washington can be higher than the Capitol. We're close.
But you can be even with the Capitol, and that's us.
Line drive deep down the left field line, but hooking foul out of play. It did have home run distance. A loud strike, 0-2. Cubs wearing their blue jerseys tonight with red numerals lettering on the back outlined in white. Cubs logo on the front left part of the jersey. Gray pants, blue caps with the red C on the front. Imanaga wearing blue socks, red, white, and blue shoes as he fires to first, getting back standing up Wood. And the Nationals have their City Connect uniforms on tonight. Washington, D.C. is known for cherry blossoms, and that's the inspiration for the Nationals' alternate uniforms tonight. As Imanaga sets at the belt, looks at Wood and deals. Yepes swings and misses. Strike 3. Got him with a splitter. 2 away. But the Nationals have gray tops, gray caps, white numerals and lettering outlined in pink. They've got cherry blossoms on the front part of the jersey, white pants, the gray stripe on each side. The batter now, Andres Chaparro, the first baseman. A check swing at a ball low. On appeal, no swing, so the count now 1-0. The Nationals wearing gray socks. All of them have a whole variety of different shoes with the City Connect uniforms tonight. A long set and the 1-0. Swings and misses. 1-1 the count. The uniform descriptions are sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue, Wrigley Field Green, or Marquee Red, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Wood at first, 2 away, and the pitch is up high to Chaparro, so the count now 2-1. Washington leads the majors in stolen bases, but teams don't run on Shota. He's allowed just 3 stolen bases in 24 starts. And the pitch. That's low.
Well, there's a reason for that. He's got a couple things going for him. One, he's left-handed, which makes it more difficult. Two, he's got a pretty good pickoff move. And then three, he's quick to the plate for a left-hander. So even if you try to pick a pitch that you want to just run on first movement, he's fairly quick to the plate. Wood with a good lead at first, but keeps going back towards the bat.
Chaparro swings and misses. And a splitter on the outside corner. So it's a full count.
So when, a guy will get a good lead, but if he keeps taking a jab step back to first base, you're really no threat to go. So you're almost better off taking a little bit less lead where you can hold your ground and then try to figure out when Shota's going to the plate.
Wood goes now. The pitch low, ball 4. So Chaparro draws a 2-out walk, and now the Nationals have men at first and second. The third baseman, Jose Tena, due up. Tena will step to the plate. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to the Cubs game in FM quality at 104.3 HD2 FM on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. We are WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Imanaka deals. Tena looks at a ball low and outside. 1-0 the count. Bottom half of the first inning here in Washington, the opener of a 3-game set. Cubs and Nats are scoreless, but the Nationals are threatening with men at first and second. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Saveman in for Pat, who's working the TV side. The pitch to Tena is fouled back out of play. 1-1.
Saw Pat today before the ball game. He came in on the bus. He's all decked out in his new marquee costume that they gave him. That was very nice. He had it's a little damp in that. He had the leather on, but ready to go to makeup and hair, and he's good to go.
Next pitch is low and outside. 2-1 the count on Tena. He looks ravishing, let's be honest. I saw him after he got done with wardrobe. The hair immaculate. And whatever makeup they use, you can't tell, but he just has a glow to him. Here's the pitch. Tena swings and fouls it back out of play. 2-2. And he's very telegenic tonight. Working with our good friend JD, Jim DeShays. But for the record, I think we look good on radio. For what it's worth. 2-2 is lined into right center field. This will drop in and roll all the way to the wall. Wood around third. He's coming home. Being waved around third and also racing home is Chaparro. Here comes the throw, the slide. He's in there safely. It is a 2-0 lead for Washington. Thanks to a 2-run double by Jose Tena. 2-0 Nationals here in the first.
Well, Tena goes out and gets this ball. It's split finger, and it ends up middle of the plate, but it might even been outer corner or outer edge, but it's above the knees, and it gets hit in the left or right center field. But a really good piece of hitting on staying on that ball and literally splits the defense in right center. 2-run score, and the Nationals, young guys, have done a pretty good job of staying on some split fingers and laying off some pitches in the dirt.
Tommy Hanavy out on the mound. The Cubs pitching coach having a conversation with Imanaga Amaya. Shota's interpreter, Edwin Stanberry, also out on the mound. Now the home plate umpire, Mike Estabrook, breaks up the mound meeting. 2-0 Nationals as Washington strikes first here in the first. Tena at second base after the 2-run double. And the batter will be the former Cub, Ildemaro Vargas, who plays second for the Nats, hitting at .255 with a home run and 26 RBIs. Vargas, a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Imanaga. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Went with the fastball, 0-1. Imanaga looks at second. That's where Tena is. And the pitch. Low and inside. 1-1.
Vargas He's only got 239 at bats, but he's done all right, and he's another guy that can run the bases a little bit. He's got 8 stolen bags. This whole team, they like to get guys running. It's one of those things where when we're talking with Craig Counsell, they really run. They're just hitting 255 with only 1 home run.
And the pitch. Hit high in the air, shallow right, angling toward the line. Bellinger, he's under it and makes the catch for out number 3. Tena stranded at second base, but not before his big hit gives Washington a 2-0 lead. We head to the second on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Jamison Tyone. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Milo's Rewards members, it's Labor Day and doorbuster deals are waiting for you. Take advantage of holiday prices and save $1,500 on a Hisense smart French door refrigerator to create your dream kitchen. Plus, save $100 on a 10-foot animatronic skeleton because Halloween is right around the corner. Not a member? Join for free today to get these savings and more. Valid through 9/2. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
There are lots of people you might want to share a Vrbo with, but the host isn't one of them. When you book a Vrbo, the host doesn't stay with you. So the only people you'll share the space with are your people. Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax. You booked a Vrbo.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Hey, fantasy football fans, do you want to be the owner who is doing a cram session the night before the draft? I didn't think so. You need to start your prep now. This is Faraz from Upper Hand Fantasy. Zach and I are here to get you ready for your fantasy football drafts with insights and advice. From sleepers to busts, we've got you covered and give you the upper hand on your friends. Today is the day to start getting ready for the draft. So join us and stay ahead of the competition. Follow and listen to Upper Hand Fantasy on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Cubs get ready for game day with Grainger. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by for the products your team needs. Official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Isak Paredes at the plate, looks at a ball low and outside. A breaking ball that missed from right-hander Jake Irvin. We're in the top half of the second inning. 2-0 Washington as Paredes swings and lines one into left field for a base hit. Cubs' second hit of the game. Ian Happ led off the first with a double, and now Paredes leads off the second with a single.
Now Paredes gets a little two-seamer inside and turns on this ball. Jams him a little. Might have broke his bat, but got enough of the barrel to it to muscle it out there in the left field for a base knock.
Here's Nico Horner hitting at .255 with 5 home runs and 39 RBIs. Righty-righty matchup. Irvin kicks and fires. Taken for a strike on the outside corner. A fastball clocked at 94 miles per hour. Irvin made his major league debut against the Cubs May 3rd of last year. And the pitch. Horner pops it foul out of play off to the right, 0-2. The first batter that Irvin faced was Nico Horner, and he hit him with a pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those things where adrenaline just, there's no way you can ever try to emulate the adrenaline you're going to get in your first big league appearance. I don't care what you're doing. It's your heart rate is just uncontrollable, and that happens sometimes.
The 0-2 is looped down the right field line. It drops in for a base hit. Paredes on his way to third base. The throw goes to second, and now the Cubs in business. They've got men at the corners after the bloop single to right by Nico. No one out here in the top half of the second inning. And Dansby Swanson duo.
Well, a little excuse me swing by Nico. It's the breaking ball down and away. Yeah, pretty good location. A little three-quarter swing. This looks like a little knockdown wedge. And it ends up in right field for a base hit. Yeah, and Paredes goes first to third. So now the Cubs have something going here in the second inning.
So Swanson digs in. Right-handed batter stands deep in the box against the right-hander, Irvin. The pitch is fouled away out of play off to the right, 0-1.
Now here's where you look, and catcher behind home plate, Ruiz, who has had his struggles this season. This could be a situation where you could try to see Nico try to take second base.
Nico does have a Steelers lead off the first base back, not going. The pitch to Swanson is taken for a strike, a fastball, 0-2. Dansby calls time, adjusts his batting gloves, and digs right back in. Swanson hitting at .227 this season, 12 home runs, 51 RBIs. The pitch. Smoked up the middle for a base hit, and the Cubs are on the board as Paredes scores on the RBI single by Dansby Swanson. It's now 2-1 Washington here in the second. Horner stops at second.
Now the Cubs come right back and answer the 2 runs in the first, and still nobody out. Men in first and second, a run in, and they want this ball away, and it ends up and in the strike zone, and Dansby covers this one and shoots it right back through the middle. It's a nice piece of hitting by Dansby. Now the game is 2-1. Washington.
And here's red-hot Pete Crow Armstrong. Irvin delivers. Crow Armstrong bunts it foul off to the left. 0-1. Crow Armstrong on this road trip is 11 for 23. That's a .478 batting average with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs.
Now, Tana, the third baseman, is learning the position on the fly. He was a second baseman. So Pete Crow Armstrong looking to bunt. You might make this guy make some decisions on whether he comes in or not.
The next pitch, he swings away, pops it up, foul territory off to the left. Tana near the tarp along the sidewall, but this is out of play. Just to the first row behind the tarp. 0-2 the count on Crow Armstrong. (2-1 Washington. No one out here in the top half of the second inning. RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter.
Tana's still playing in, even with the grass at third.
The pitch. That gets past the catcher. Ruiz bounces off to his left, and both runners advance. 1-2 the count on PCA. Cubs now have men at second and third with no one out here in the top of the second.
Well, this is a wild pitch. And this is what some of the issues that have been going on here in Washington. And Cubs take a base. This is a breaking ball in the dirt. This is, a play that I know if Ruiz sees this again on film, he's going to think I should have blocked that pitch, and he did not. And Cubs at second and third.
The 1-2. Crow Armstrong swings and drives one in the air, deep right center field. This will bang off the wall. Horner comes home. Swanson around third. He's racing home. Cubs take the lead. 2-run double. Pete Crow Armstrong off the wall in right center. And it's now 3-2 Cubs over the Nationals in the second.
Excellent at bat for Pete as he gets this pitch up and out over the plate and hooks this ball in the gap. This ball is well struck. And it bangs off the bottom part of the wall. He ends up with a double. And boy, you talk about the Cubs bouncing right back. Excellent at-bats for the Cubs here in this inning.
And Pete Crow Armstrong continues to deliver. Doubles by Cubs batters are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. Nationals pitching coach Jim Hickey out of the mound having a conversation with the starter Irvin as well as the rest of the Nationals infield. Now that mound meeting has been broken up.
Jim Hickey, fellow Chicagoan. Him and I grew up in the same neighborhood around Chicago.
Yeah.
From Kennedy High School in Chicago.
Former Cub pitching coach.
Yeah, he was pitching coach here.
Miguel
Joe
Amaya.
Madden.
Yep. Miguel Amaya taps one foul at the plate, 0-1.
And the second inning is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free.
Crow Armstrong at second. The pitch to Amaya. Ground ball hit on the left side. Short hop by the third baseman, Tana, running throw to first in time. And that's the first out of the top half of the second inning as Crow Armstrong advances to third on the play.
Well, Tana, that's a pretty nice play for a guy that hasn't played a lot of third base. He cuts over in front of the shortstop, makes a nice play on a short hop and gets the out.
So here's Ian Happ. He doubled to lead off the game. Switch hitter batting from the left side. The pitch inside, ball one. The Nationals are playing the infield in with Crow Armstrong at third. Three-two Cubs here with one away in the top half of the second inning. Irvin's ready. He kicks and pitches. Low and inside, 2-0. Ian steps out of the box, adjusts his white batting gloves, and now digs in. Irvin sets up high and deals. Called strike on the outside corner, a fastball, 2-1. Ian hitting better than 400 on this road trip with 6 doubles, 5 RBIs. The pitch. That's up high, a bluff throw to third by the catcher Ruiz. Crow Armstrong dove back to the bag, 3-1 the count.
Pete going way down the line, knowing that he's going on contact with the infield in.
Now the 3-1. Happ grounds one to first, fielded by Chaparro. His throw home, not in time, sliding home safely, Pete Crow Armstrong, and it's now 4-2 Cubs here in the second.
Now, he said he's going to be going on contact, and he is. This will be a fielder's choice for Ian, but a great break off third base by Pete Crow Armstrong going on contact. He sees Ian start that swing, and he takes off from third. This play really isn't that close. He ends up headfirst diving into the plate, and he beats this throw by quite a bit. So excellent base running by Pete Crow Armstrong, and the Cubs up 4-2.
Michael Busch stands in. Throw to first, diving back in safely. Happ. Anytime a Cub is safe at the plate, it's sponsored by Grainger. Think safety, think Grainger. So far, a 4 spot for the Cubs here in the top of the second. And they're looking for more. The pitch to Busch. He swings, drills one deep right center field. This will one hop off the wall. Happ being waved around third by Willie Harris. No throw. He scores easily. It's now 5-2 Cubs over the Nationals in the second. RBI double, Michael Busch.
Now Busch gets a pitch he can handle it. He hammers this ball, and this ball bounces off the track into the wall, and then it goes up, and then when it comes back down and bounces on the track again, that gives Willie Harris a chance to send Happer around third. Happer scores without a throw from first base, and it comes with a 5 spot now here in the second.
5-2 Cubs here in the second inning. Seiya Suzuki at the plate. The pitch is a called strike. 0-1. Fastball on the outer half. Busch at second base for the Cubs. Still just one away here in the top of the second. Irvin looks at second and deals. There's another called strike. Another fastball to Suzuki, 0-2. Seiya, the designated hitter tonight. Powerful right-handed batter. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased a fastball. 2 away.
Well, fastball there by Irwin. He buzzed Suzuki in a couple times in his first at-bat. This time ends up getting him out away.
Now Cody Bellinger at the plate. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Backdoor breaking ball, meaning it nicked the outside portion of the plate. Busch at second base, 2 away. 5-2 Cubs here in the top of the second. Irvin delivers, fouled out of play off to the left by Bellinger, 0-2. It's the opener of a 3-game set to close out this 10-day, 9-game, 3-city road trip for the Cubs. The pitch up high to Bellinger, 1-2. But it's been productive so far. Cubs 5-1 in the first 6 games of this road trip, entering play tonight. Took 2 of 3 in Miami last weekend, swept the Pirates in Pittsburgh to begin the week. Off day yesterday. And now they've got a 5-2 lead here in the top of the second against the Nationals. Bush at second base, 2 away. 1-2 the count on Belly. Irvin deals. Foul back off the screen.
And the Cubs count on Granger to help keep the ballpark running. To get the products you need, call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field.
Bellinger waits for the 1-2. Here it comes. He swings, and it's a high fly ball. Deep right center field. Going back is Cruz. He looks up, and this one is gone. 2-run home run by Cody Bellinger, and the onslaught continues. It's now 7-2 Cubs over the Nationals in the second.
Boy, sometimes you just don't see things coming. First inning, Cubs got a couple men on, but, nothing. As Irwin was able to pitch out of it, got a play at the plate and a putout. But he has not been able to fool any Cubs in this inning. Keeping some pitches up out over the plate, and the Cubs hitters just keep banging the baseball. 7-run second here for the Cubs.
And Isak Paredes will hit for the second time in this frame as he looks at a ball low and outside. 1-0 the count. Cubs have put a touchdown on the board here in the second. Oh, pitch up high. Did it hit Paredes in the helmet? The helmet went flying. Paredes drops the bat. Craig Counsell comes out of the dugout, as does trainer Neil Ramp.
I think it got him in the left shoulder, where he's trying to get his head out of the way.
And Paredes is okay. He was hit by the pitch.
This is
in the shoulder. You're right, Kuhn.
It's a breaking ball. It's not a fastball, but it's up and in for sure. And I think it catches him in the shoulder and does get a piece of his helmet where that face guard comes down to protect the guy's cheekbones.
Nico Horner at the plate. He fouls one away off to the right out of play. Yeah, that C-flap is what they call it, right? So Paredes at first, 2 away. Horner at the plate with an 0-1 count. Cubs have scored 7 times in this frame. They've got a 7-2 lead over the Nationals. And the pitch. Fouled away again by Horner off to the right, out of play.
Paredes started this thing off with a little base hit to left, and then Nico a little 3/4 swing and punched one into right field. And since then, the Cubs have just kept rolling.
The next pitch way outside to Horner. 1-2. Cubs have 6 hits here in this second inning. The 1-2. That's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count on Nico. Coming into play tonight, Kuhn, the Cubs had won 9 of 12, scoring 87 runs during those 12 games. The pitch bounced foul off to the left by Nico, 2-2.
And there's something to be said about confidence. You not only did the Cubs do it against the Pirates bullpen that has been struggling, but you got to look at what they did to the Pirates starting pitching too over the last 3 days, and 3 really good starters.
Ground ball hit to second base. Marcus fields it, throws to first in time to get Nico. And the top of the second has just ended, but not before the Cubs strike for 7 runs to take the lead. They lead the Nationals 7-2, middle 2 on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for big savings. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $750 when you buy 2 or more select major appliances priced $396 or more. And My Lowe's Rewards members get 3 bags of premium 2 cubic foot color mulch for just $10. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Experience a summer filled with fun and adventure in Indiana.
Zip line through stunning landscapes or enjoy the view as you hike in our picturesque state parks. Float down scenic rivers or unwind on a boat ride with a beautiful sunset. Savor local flavors at our festivals or soak in the sounds of summer at one of our outdoor concert venues. Make this a summer to remember and picture yourself in Indiana. Plan your trip at inindiana.com/summer.
Shouldn't every vacation be a rewarding experience? Vrbo certainly thinks so. Which is why, on top of host-free stays and 24/7 support, Vrbo now offers One Key rewards. With One Key, you'll earn rewards on eligible stays that can be used for even more stays. One Key, that's something the other guys don't have. Make your next vacation a little more rewarding. Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax, you booked a Vrbo.
On Saturday, September 21st, the Cubs take on the Nationals at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans receive a special edition bobblehead of Cubs outfielder Cody Bellinger, presented by Benjamin Moore. Purchase tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. 7-2 Cubs as we get set for the bottom half of the second inning here in Washington. C.J. Abrams looks at a fastball for a strike from Shota Imanaga. The next pitch is fouled back off the screen, 0-2. Cubs striking for 7 runs in the top half of this frame. Bellinger playing a role. He hit a 2-run home run. Another hefty home run sponsored by Hefty, the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strong all day long. And the pitch outside to Abrams, 1-2.
RBIs by the Cubs. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Yeah. Second inning, 7 spot for the Cubs.
Abrams swings and misses. Strike 3. Shota gets him with a fastball, 1 away.
A good pitch by Shota in the outer third. Might even have been out off the plate. Nice pitch to get the punch out.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Second strikeout of the night for Imanaga. The catcher, Keibert Ruiz, at the plate. Looks at a ball inside. 1-0 the count.
And double plays tonight are turned by the Cubs. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
Ruiz looks at a strike. 1-1. Another fastball from Shota. Cubs coming off that big offensive performance in the 3-game series in Pittsburgh. They scored 41 runs on 44 hits. Ruiz hits one in the air. Left field, playable for Happ. He's under it and makes the catch. 2 away.
Right now for Shota, where you give up a 2 spot in the first inning. Now you can go to just pumping in strikes and see if you get back on track here a little bit. But, there's not a big issue. You got 5-run lead and you're only in the second.
Now the batter, Jacob Young, the center fielder. He takes a strike. Fastball from Imanaga. Cubs have the corner infielders playing in with Young at the plate. That pitch up high. 1-1. Young hitting at .258. He's got 3 home runs, 30 RBIs, but excellent speed. The pitch. Inside. So it's now 2-1. Young with 31 stolen bases this season. Imanaga, high leg kick and pitch. That's a called strike. Fastball. 2-2. As Young calls time. Two down here in the bottom of the second inning. Cubs with a 7-2 lead. Now the pitch. Young fouls it back out of play.
Should have got away with one there. That was a fastball in the middle of the plate. And the bullseye. Young just fouled it back.
We're in the twilight hour here in our nation's capital. The 2-2. That's low. So full count with Young at the plate. The payoff pitch by Imanaga. It's fouled away off to the right. Three balls and two strikes. The count on Jacob Young, the center field. Imanaga deals. And the pitch. Call. Strike three. Throws Young with a fastball. As the Nationals go down in order here in the second. After two, Cubs up 7-2 in Washington. On the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for big savings. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $750 when you buy 2 or more select major appliances priced $396 or more. And My Lowe's Rewards members get 3 bags of premium 2 cubic foot color mulch for just $10. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Experience a summer filled with fun and adventure in Indiana. Make this a summer to remember and picture yourself in Indiana. Plan your trip at inindiana.com/summer.
There are lots of people you might want to share a verbo with. You may want to do a romantic getaway, enjoy a beach house with friends, or book a trip for the whole family. But one person you'll never want to share your stay with is the host. When you book a Verbo, the host doesn't stay with you, so the only people you'll share the space with are your people. Verbo Private Vacation Rentals. Relax, you booked a Verbo.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the BAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Dansby Swanson is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. And Swanson looks at a ball outside to begin the top half of the third inning from right-hander Jake Irvin. Cubs with a 7-2 lead over the Nationals. Swanson playing a big role in a 7-run second inning for the Cubs. And the pitch is fouled back out of play. 1-1 the count. Swanson got the party started with an RBI single to put the Cubs on the board in that second inning. Pete Crow Armstrong followed with a 2-run double for the lead. Here's the pitch. That's up high. 2-1. After that, Ian Happ, an RBI on a fielder's choice. Michael Bush, a ribby double. Cody Bellinger, a 2-run home run. 7-2 Cubs here in the top of the third. Swanson, it's a high fly ball to center field. Now coming in is Young, and he's got it for out number 1.
Dansby just missed that one. He was right on that breaking ball. Might have ran out of bat just a little bit. A pretty good swing on that hook. He just missed it.
So now Pete Crow Armstrong steps to the plate with 1 down here in the top of the third. 7-2 Cubs. The pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. 1. Tena, the third baseman, on the infield grass. First baseman Chaparro just wide of the bag. Crow Armstrong swings, drills one deep right, backing up Cruz. He makes the catch just short of the track for out number 2.
Now they go back inside against Pete and down and in, and that's kind of his sweet spot for power. And he just misses this one as he lines this ball to right at the edge of the track. Is brought in, so a couple good at-bats for Pete. If they're going to give him pitches to pull, then he's going to pull them. And, well, you really make him dangerous then for, bringing in some power. He banged one off the wall in his first debut.
Miguel Amaya swings and misses at a fastball from Irvin. 0-1. Amaya grounded out to third. His first at-bat in the second. 0-for-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Amaya's batting average up to 243. And I'm telling you, folks, he has really made a change for the better offensively, and he has been red hot. He went to work in the cage, did some good, got some good advice. They did a little, recalibrating of his setup in his launch spot where his hands were, and he missed a weekend of baseball, but talk about a productive weekend. He has been a different hitter since then.
1-2, fouled out of play off to the right, so they'll do it again. A simple way to describe it, and there's nothing that's ever really simple in baseball. Got rid of a big leg kick, uses a slight toe tap now, the pitch. Blowing outside for a ball, 2-2. And he also changed his bat. That has not been widely reported, but I talked to Miguel Amaya about this. He got a video message from Nelson Cruz, longtime big leaguer, who told him, change your stance. What do you have to lose? Here's the 2-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that ends the top half of the third inning. And the other thing Amaya did, he changed his bat to the same bat model that Nelson Cruz uses. And you know what? Who's going to argue with the way it's worked so far? Cubs go down in order here in the third. Middle 3. They got a 7-2 lead over Washington on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
When booking with other vacation rental apps sounds like this.
This place doesn't look like the pictures.
Come on, the doors are on back. Wow, what the?
Is there a door behind all those spiders?
It's time to try one that sounds more like a vacation.
Look at how many spiders there aren't.
Where should we lie down for 8 consecutive hours first?
Relax. You booked a Verbo.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for big savings. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $750 when you buy 2 or more select major appliances priced $396 or more. And My Lowe's Rewards members get 3 bags of premium 2 cubic foot color mulch for just $10. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Welcome to Queens of the Court. I'm your girl, Cheryl Swoops. And I'm Jordan Robinson. All WNBA season long, we're bringing you expert analysis and, of course, lots of hot takes. Find Queens of the Court, a WNBA podcast presented by AT&T on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade & Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
Bottom 3 here in Washington. Dylan Cruz at the plate. He drills one deep left field. Looking up, half. This one's gone. A solo shot by Dylan Cruz off Shota Imanaga. For Cruz, that's his second career home run. It's now 7-3 Cubs over the Nationals here in the third.
Well, Shota tries to start him out with some fastball up, and Cruz didn't miss it. He hits this ball a long way to left. Ian goes back and runs out of real estate. This ball hits the back wall. The Cubs bullpen.
So now the batter, James Wood. He looks at the ball low and outside. 1-0 the count. The Nationals struck first, scoring twice in the first. Cubs came roaring back with a 7-run second inning. The pitch to Wood, way outside, 2-0. Now here in the third, a solo shot by Cruz. Makes it 7-3 Cubs. 404-foot blast by Cruz. As Wood looks at a strike, fastball from Imanaga. Wood just 21 years old, 6'7", left-handed batter. Looks at a strike on the outside corner, 2-2 the count. He was a second-round pick back in 2021 by San Diego. Traded to Washington in a Juan Soto deal at the 2022 trading deadline. Imanaga delivers. Wood swings, line drive foul off to the left. Now remains 2-2. In 52 games, AAA Rochester this season, Wood hit .353 with 10 home runs and 10 stolen bases.
That'll get you to the big leagues.
Yeah, very quickly. So now this is game number 52 for him in the majors. The pitch. It's outside, full count.
When we saw him his last at bat, he took a Imanaga breaking ball away and just shot it to left field for a base hit. We just saw him do it again and just missed the foul line. Hit one past third base umpire Backus.
The payoff pitch. Line foul out of play. Second deck off to the left. Count remains 3-2. Wood's dad, Kenny, played college basketball at Richmond. He's in the school's Hall of Fame. Imanaga sets and deals. Wood fouls it away again off to the left out of play. Kenny Wood was one of the leaders on that Richmond Spider team in 1991 that upset second-seeded Syracuse in the NCAA tournament. A 3-2 swung on and missed. Strike three. Imanaga got him with a fastball. One away.
Now, for a guy trying to shoot the ball the other way, that's the best pitch, is go inside with that heater. Wood tries to clear it out of there, but missed it by quite a bit. Perfect pitch by Imanaga to get the punch out.
Strikeout number 4 on the night for Shota. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. On every mile in a brand new Hyundai, Juan Yepes swings and misses at a changeup. 0-1 the count. 7-3 Cubs with one away here in the bottom of the third. Yepes looks at the ball up high. 1-1. The third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball hit to shallow left, racing in half. He's under it and makes the catch. As Swanson crisscrosses right by him off to his right. 2 away.
A good pitch. Dansby can go out there and get pop-ups in that short left field with the best of them. Ian comes in and makes that play easily.
Here's the cleanup man, Andre Chaparro, first baseman for the Nationals. He swings and misses at a splitter from Shota. 0-1.
Guys are looking for a lot of first pitch fastballs. They're getting first pitch splits, and they have been way out in front of them.
The next pitch is low. 1-1 the count. Chaparro is 25 years old, native of Venezuela. Originally signed with the Yankees back in 2015. Never made it to the majors with New York. And the 1-1. High fly ball hit to deep left, but playable for Happ. Short of the track. Now on the edge of the track, he makes the catch, backing up for out number 3. But the Nationals add a run on the home run by Dylan Cruz after 3. It's the Cubs with a 7-3 lead on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for big savings. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $750 when you buy 2 or more select major appliances priced $396 or more. And My Lowe's Rewards members get 3 bags of premium 2 cubic foot color mulch for just $10. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join the next adventure as Harry and his son set off on a mind-blowing race through time. Brought to life before your eyes and beyond your imagination. It's time to believe in magic at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
And we're
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Cool, thank you. Ian Happ looks at a strike to begin the top half of the fourth inning from right-hander Jake Irvin. It's the Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals, the opener of a 3-game set here in Washington. Irvin peers in, gets the side from his catcher Ruiz, acknowledges, and deals. That pitch is low and outside, so the count now 1-1 on Happ. You got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Got our engineer Tim Jones here helping us at Nationals Park as Happ looks at a strike, 1-2. At any moment, our engineer Tim Jones could leave the booth. The life is due any moment. Pitch is inside. So 2-2 the count on Happ. So we want him to participate in a Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game, but since he might leave at any moment, maybe he should go first. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Up in front of a changeup. One away.
I don't know how that's working out. Hopefully he stays in the booth and everything goes well for him and his wife, who he's met in Baltimore. So, would you like to go first, Tim, or is that a lot of pressure on you from Zach to just try to get out of going first and trying to go last?
Michael Busch looks at a ball inside, 1-0 the count. It is a lot of pressure. And it did give me a little bit of extra time to do some counting. And the pitch, Busch swings and misses, 1-1 the count. Slow moving curveball by Irvin.
I guess that's our answer.
Here's the 1-1. That's up high. It's a 2-1 now on Michael Busch.
I get like an 18,500.
All right. We're going to go 18,500. That's the guess by our engineer, Tim Jones. And the game's officially underway. Busch waits. The 2-1 is low. So 3-1 now to count. Whom do you want to go, or?
No, after all that, you can go second. We'll squeeze you right in there. Go ahead.
Busch swings and misses at a fastball. Full count. I'm going to go 25,000. I wasn't done counting. Might be more. It's a full count. Busch waits. Here's the payoff pitch. He loops one over the head of Tena in a left field for a base hit. Busch's second hit of the ball game.
Now, Michael didn't get a lot of this one, but just enough to get it over to third baseman's head. Tena leaps for this ball, but couldn't quite get there. It's a little off-speed pitch down and away. Gets it right up the end of the bat. But it gets green grass in the outfield, and that's a base knock.
It counts, right? That's all that matters. Now Seiya Suzuki stands in. He's 0 for 2. Seiya looks at a strike. Breaking ball, it floated into the zone.
I'll say 25,300.
So the guesses are in. The competition is on. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Seiya takes a ball low and outside. 1-1. Busch extends his lead off the first base bag. Long set by Irvin and the pitch. Breaking ball in the zone for a strike, 1-2. Mike Napoli, the Cubs' first base coach, having a brief conversation with Busch. Seiya digs in, 1-2 the count. Now the pitch. Ground ball hit to third, fielded by Tena. Second for one, Vargas on to first. That's a double play, 5-4-3, and it ends the top half of the fourth. Middle 4, Cubs 7, Nationals 3 on the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Milo's Rewards members, it's Labor Day and doorbuster deals are waiting for you. Take advantage of holiday prices and save $1,500 on a Hisense smart French door refrigerator to create your dream kitchen. Plus, save $100 on a 10-foot animatronic skeleton because Halloween is right around the corner. Not a member? Join for free today to get these savings and more. Valid through 9/2. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
I'm Rob Bradford, and every single day I'm sitting down with the biggest names to show you this great game is the greatest game. Jump aboard the BIP Express. Follow and listen to Baseball Isn't Boring, presented by Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade & Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com to explore their range of premium sunglasses.
Join us Saturday, September 21st for the 9th annual Brain Up 5K Run Walk at Lakeview Park in Chicago. Go to brainup.ngo to register. Whether you're a runner, walker, or want to support a great cause, this event is your chance to make a difference in the fight against brain cancer. Every step you take raises funds for critical research, patient care, and support for those affected. Bring your friends, family, and team spirit to this powerful day of community, remembrance, and hope. The route is scenic, the cause is urgent, and your participation matters. Learn more about registering by visiting brainup.ngo. Let's take the steps toward a cure together.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Cubs came into play tonight, 5 back of Atlanta, the team holding the final wildcard spot in the National League. Right now, bottom 4, Braves leading the Phillies 4-1. Shota Imanaga on the mound. And the batter is the third baseman, Jose Tena. He looks at a strike. A slider that spins into the zone from Shota. 0-1. Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Tena fouls one away out of play off to the left, 0-2.
And the 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, exclusive home of Cubs checking.
Cubs striking for 7 runs in the 2nd inning. Here's the 0-2. Tena fouls it away again off to the left. This one in the second deck. There are 4 tiers of seating on the left side of the stadium. Now the 0-2. Tena fouls it away again off to the left out of play.
And Molly and Haw talk Cubs baseball, Chicago sports every weekday morning, 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score. In the Odyssey app. I was on with Mike and David this morning. 8 o'clock, Chicago time. A good time talking to the boys.
Tena swings and misses at a slider, one away here at the bottom of the 4th inning. 7-3 Cubs over the Nationals. So to bring up Ildemaro Vargas. What was the big topic of conversation?
Just, where the Cubs stand right now. They've been on a roll and, all the runs and the reasons why the Cubs offense has been so good here as of late.
Ildemaro Vargas looks at a strike.
Yeah, they've just had, good quality at bats. The run production's been great up and down the lineup. When your 8 and 9 guys get red hot, like the Cubs have been here in the last month, this ball's fouled off to the right. Really helps the rest of the crew. And, Pete Crow Armstrong and Miguel Amaya have been red hot lately. And, Pete's stealing bases along with getting on and swinging the bat well. And Ian has been hot over the last week. It's been fun to watch.
Vargas swings and misses. Chased a high fastball, strike 3. 2 away.
6 punch out for Shota here in the early going through the first 3 2/3. And, this is one of those things where you kind of thought this would be the case. He is, able to pitch around the strike zone, the edges, and then use that split. And he's done a good job of getting punch out so far.
C.J. Abrams looks at a fastball low and outside. 1-0 the count. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile of a brand new Hyundai. The next pitch is taken for a strike on the outer half. A fastball by Imanaga. 1-1 now on Abrams.
And the pitch clock's powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game.
There's the 1-1. Abrams swings and misses. And a fastball. 1-2. Abrams, 23 years old, an all-star this season. Another one of the guys acquired from San Diego in the Juan Soto deal back in 2022. The pitch. Line foul out of play off to the left. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Abrams was a first-round pick by the Padres back in 2019, number 6 overall. The top 5, Adley Rutschman, Bobby Witt Jr., Andrew Vaughn, J.J. Bleday, and Riley Green. Here's the 1-2. That's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Imanaga works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. I let kick, hesitation, and pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Imanaga strikes out the side here in the last of the 4th. We head to the 5th. Cubs up 7-3 in Washington on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This season, the W is going to new heights.
And that means the Queens are ready to take it to court and the court.
Welcome to Queens of the Court, an Odyssey original podcast.
I'm your girl, Cheryl Swoops.
And I'm Jordan Robinson.
All WNBA season long, you can count on us to bring you interviews with some of your favorite WNBA stars, analysis of all teams, and hot takes you can only find in this courtroom.
Listen to Queens of the Court, a WNBA podcast presented by AT&T on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What if you could find a university with the academics you need to reach your career goals? A place that can take you from I wanna be to I am. St. Louis University's innovative programs, in-demand majors, and top professors will help you gain the knowledge and skills to achieve the future you want and become who you wanna be. The path from here to there leads through SLU. Explore programs and majors at slu.edu.
League leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals leading the majors in batting average, hitting .344. Aaron Judge, 51 home runs, 123 RBIs. The Yankee slugger leads the majors in both departments. And Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds, 61 stolen bases. He's the stolen base king so far this season. Cody Bellinger at the plate, and he looks at a breaking ball force a ball up high, 1-0 the count. Cubs with a 7-3 lead as we begin the top half of the 5th inning. Bellinger an awkward swing and a miss and a changeup, 1-1. Bellinger hit a 2-run home run in a 7-run second inning for the Cubs. And they've got a 7-3 lead here over the Nationals in the top of the 5th. Jake Irvin still going for Washington. We're in the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. And the pitch is up high. 2-1 now on Belly. Now has 14 home runs, 57 RBIs this season. Here's the pitch. Low. 3-1. Game one of a 3-game set here in our nation's capital. The pitch. That's outside, ball 4. A leadoff walk for Bellinger and the Cubs here in the 5th. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Your headquarters for Cubs Talk is the Mullen Haw Show, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. Isak Paredes at the plate, looks at a strike from Irvin. 1-1 the count. We're in the top half of the 5th inning, a man at first, no one out. Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals. Paredes waits. Here's the 0-1. Pulls it foul off the netting to the left. 1-2.
And all opponents' pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com.
Bellinger being held on at first by Chaparro. And the pitch. Paredes looks at a ball inside, 1-2. The Sox singled to begin that 7-run rally in the second. In the third, he was hit by a pitch. Now the 1-2. Shot foul off to the left. Paredes hitting at .229 now on the season. He's got 19 home runs. Hits out of a crouch from the right side, an open stance. The pitch. Breaking ball outside.
Well, and I got some good news. Speaking of Sloan, Jimmy Allen and his wife, Mary, they got a little baby boy. Luke Elvis Allen, 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Mom and little guy, who's Cubs shortstop to be, are doing great. But congratulations to Jimmy and Mary. So we have a little guy coming, and we will see him come spring training time, what Jimmy said. So he'll get introduced to Cubs baseball right away. So congratulations to those guys.
Welcome to Cubdom, right. Luke Elvis. Now the 2-2. Paredes takes a ball low and outside. Changeup that missed. It's a full count. Bellinger at first. No one out. Here in the top of the 5th. Throw to first. Bellinger gets back standing up. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Paredes waits. The payoff pitch. Bellinger goes. Bounced foul off to the left.
Belly off and running on 3-2, but Paredes had to stay alive on that breaking ball down and away.
Nico Horner on deck. Paredes digs in. Bellinger at first. No one out. Top 5. Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals. The pitch. That's outside. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks by the Cubs to begin the top of the 5th. First Bellinger, now Paredes, and it'll bring up Nico Horner.
See how much longer Horner's going to stay in this ballgame. He's had 88 pitches, but giving up 8 hits and 7 runs, and now back-to-back walks here in the 5th. I would believe he's on a very short leash. Garcia warming up, a left-hander in the bullpen for Washington.
Nico takes a pitch outside. 1-0 the count. A reminder that walks by opposing pitchers are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. The 1-0 delivery to Horner is outside again. 2-0. Left-hander Robert Garcia continues to warm up in the Nats pen. The next pitch bounced foul off to the left by Horner. 2-1. Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nats. No one out, top of the 5th. Men at first and second. Bellinger at second base, Paredes at first. Righty-righty matchup as Horner waits. Irvin deals. Inside. Now 3-1. Lights have taken full effect here at Nationals Park in Washington. The 3-1 delivery is taken for a strike. Irvin went with the fastball there. Now time called. Pitch was thrown anyway by Irvin. Doesn't count. Nico steps out of the box. Adjusts his blue batting gloves. Taps home plate with his tan bat. Adjusts the batting helmet and digs in. Right-handed batter hits out of a crouch, stands deep in the box. The right-hander Irvin peers in. Gets the sign from his catcher Ruiz. Puts the ball in the glove. Sets up high. Looks at second. And delivers. Called strike 3. A breaking ball fooled Horner. 1 away.
This ball starts out inside. Nico kind of flinches at this pitch, and then it ends up in the outer third. Good breaking ball. Maybe the best breaking ball Irwin has thrown all day to get the punch out.
2 on, 1 out for the Cubs here in the top of the 5th. The batter, Dansby Swanson. The pitch. That's outside. Swanson's 1 for 2, an RBI single in that 7-run second inning for the Cubs. Bellinger at second, Paredes at first. And the 1-0 delivery. Dribbler, foul off to the right.
Seems like now all of a sudden Irwin's got more feel for his breaking ball. He's thrown some really good ones, but his day is about to end. He's at 96 pitches in this ball game. He's really a fastball, curveball guy. It's a 4-seamer, 2-seamer fastballs. One's pretty straight, one has a little run on it, and then kind of a slurvy type breaking ball.
The pitch. It's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count on Swanson. Irvin's a big man, 6'6", 234 pounds, 27 years old, a native of Bloomington, Minnesota. Played his college ball at Oklahoma. The 2-1. That bounces past the catcher Ruiz. Both runners advance. Bellinger heads to third. And advancing to second base is Paredes.
Ruiz has had a struggle behind home plate, and that has been pretty well documented. This pitch, though, is not on him. This is a slider that ends up in the left-handed batter's box. But when you start out as a catcher and you're on one knee, you just can't move. And that was the case. And it's just tough to go try to block a pitch that's not at you if you're on a knee already, especially to that side that you're on the knee. So Ruiz is on his right knee with that slider away. You have nowhere to go. You can't go that way other than just fall over.
3-1 the count. Men at second and third. Infield in. The pitch. A swing and a miss by Swanson. Full count. Seven 7-3 Cubs. They're looking for more right now with Bellinger at third and Paredes at second.
Cubs need a big hit. See if Dansby tries to go the other way.
Foul back. Fastball there. 3-2.
I would anticipate them staying away from Dansby here. Finish this at bat boy. Big gap in right center field. But just shooting one through the infield or just over the infield would score 2.
Righty-righty matchup. Irvin kicks and fires. Swanson swings, pops it up. Foul territory off to the right. Is it playable for the first baseman, Chaparro? No, it bounces off the netting. High atop the Nationals dugout for foul ball, 3-2.
The Cubs might have caught a break there. That was close. But it hit the very top wire that holds the netting in place. I know it kind of looks like it's kind of starts out more over the dugout and then comes back towards the backside of the dugout. Cubs might have caught a break.
Swanson waits. The 3-2. A bouncing ball foul off to the left. Irvin has now thrown 102 pitches. Cubs have men at second and third. 1 away. Top 5. Infield in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got Swanson with the curveball, 2 away.
Another good pitch, and Irwin gets the punch out. And as you said, just over 100 pitches. That's, I think, 104 for him. Excellent breaking ball, but that'll bring out Davey Martinez, and that will be the end of the day for Irwin.
Yeah, with the left-hander Pete Crow Armstrong due up, the Nationals are going to bring in the left-hander Robert Garcia. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by our good friends at Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. 2 away, but the Cubs threatening with men at second and third here in the top half of the 5th inning. They've got a 7-3 lead over Washington, and Pete Crow Armstrong due up on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This summer, get away in the Hyundai you've always wanted at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get the hottest deals of the season on many of our award-winning Hyundai models, which all come with America's best warranty. But get going, because these deals won't last. Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease the Tucson for $229 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry in to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 3rd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Step into the batter's box for BetMGM's Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. Pick an area of the strike zone and take your best swing. Log into your BetMGM sports account, then visit your promotions section to access the free-to-play game. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Illinois only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB2 53342 in partnership with Paradise Hotel Casino.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat, who's working the TV side tonight. For the top half of the 5th inning, Cubs have men at second and third, 2 away. Pete Crow Armstrong due up, and the new man on the mound for the Nationals is left-hander Robert Garcia, who's 2-5 with a 4.72 ERA in 60 games this season. Cubs have a 7-3 lead over Washington. Pete Crow Armstrong, a big reason why, adding 2-run double to put the Cubs ahead in a 7-run second inning. PCA is 1 for 2 tonight. Left-handed batter against the lefty Garcia. Tena, the third baseman, playing in on the infield grass. The pitch. A breaking ball that's taken for a strike. 0-1.
Now, Tena playing in on the infield grass, and Abrams, the shortstop, way up the middle behind the bag. A lot of gap, a lot of opening on that left side of the diamond if Pete Armstrong can shoot one the other way.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And a fastball clocked at 95 miles per hour, 0-2. ACA digs in, chokes up on the bat. Bellinger's at third, Paredes at second. 2 away. Now the 0-2. Way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tena drops back now, playing behind the bag, wide of third. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a slider off the outside. Cubs leave men at second and third to end the top half of the 5th inning. Middle 5, Cubs 7, Nationals 3 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Family Medicine Experience is your time to connect with your favorite people. Just take it from this doc.
After you come to the FMX, you're just so excited. All the vendors, all the family physicians from all over the country, coast to coast, and they're all excited about the continuing medical education. And it's like a family reunion.
Join us this September in Phoenix. Learn more at aafp.org/FMXSOAR. That's FMX SOAR.
At Berman Subaru of Chicago, we're more than a car dealership. We're part of the community, and we're proud to support the people who make it great. Berman Subaru is dedicated to supporting partners like the Anti-Cruelty Society, and we're honored to receive the 2024 Subaru Love Promise Community Commitment Award. Subaru and Berman Subaru of Chicago believe in making a positive impact on the communities in which we live and work. That's the Subaru Love Promise. Berman Subaru of Chicago, more than a car dealer.
Celebrate Hispanic and Latino heritage at Wrigley Field on Monday, September 16th. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials can choose from one of several limited edition caps featuring flags representing the heritage of Cubs players and coaches. Last of the fifth here in Washington. It's the Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals. The catcher, Keibert Ruiz, at the plate. And he looks at a ball outside from Shota Imanaga. Imanaga shakes off his catcher, Amaya. Now they agree on the side. High leg kick, hesitation, and pitch. It's a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Shota going with a fastball there. Ruiz flied out to left in the second. 0 for 1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Ruiz out in front of a changeup from Imanaga. Shota peers in, gets the sign from Amaya. He works his motion and the pitch. The ground ball hit to short. Charging, Swanson fielding. Slings a throw across in time. 1 away. First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. As Ruiz is retired, that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Jacob Young.
I'll see if Shota can continue to just keep on rolling. In the first inning, gave up 2 runs, but then since then he's quieted down. Gave up 1 in the third, but he's been pitching much better, staying out of the middle of the plate. He was up 7-3. He's only given up 3 hits in ballgame.
Throws a strike. Start off Jacob Young with a fastball. 0-1. The next pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Young caught looking in the second. And the pitch. A tapper up the third baseline, barehanded by Paredes, across the body throw. Not in time to get Young. He beats it out. Man, that was a close play. Let's see if the Cubs challenge here. Craig Counsell saying, hold on.
I thought he had him from our vantage point, but we are about 2 miles from first base, so the Cubs are going to challenge this play, and I kind of like it. Laz Diaz, first base umpire, pretty emphatic on his safe call, but that's a tough one. An excellent play by Paredes at third, comes in on this little bounding ball, and he barehands it and throws a strike across the diamond. So an excellent play. We've not seen a replay. Here we go. Now we're going to get a replay on the big board here in the stadium, and we'll see. Brady's in an excellent play. This is about as good as you can make this play as a third baseman. And I think he's going to be out at first base. Now we're going to get a slow-mo of this. We have not had one yet.
Well, when you look at the replay,
he is going to be out at first.
Taking a second look.
The call's been overturned. The runner's out. Chicago takes the challenge.
As usual, your eagle eye spot on. So mark that one down 5-3. As Young is retired in an excellent defensive play by Isaac Paredes at third. They took a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. So 2 down. The batter now, Dylan Cruz. The rookie homered his last time. A 404-foot drive to left. Cruz looks at the ball. 1-0 the count. There's a right-handed batter against the lefty Imanaga, and the pitch is in there for strike. Change up, 1-1. Cruz was the number 2 overall pick in the 2023 draft. There's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. A splitter from Imanaga. We just saw the number 1 overall pick Paul Skeens, his teammate at LSU.
Yeah, that pick worked out pretty well, I'd say, for the Pirates.
In case you're wondering, they did win the College World Series in 2023. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Cruz swings and misses. Strike three. Got him with a changeup. And that ends the fifth inning. As once again, the Nationals go down in order. We get to the sixth. Cubs up 7-3 on the score at Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
All your insurance policies and documents in the palm of your hand.
Just at the push of a button.
Your policy ID card.
And request roadside assistance with GPS Connect. Download the Magnum Insurance app today. Magnum Insurance.
Making your life easier.
I wanted to renovate my kitchen and bathroom, but couldn't afford a huge project. Thankfully, Studio 41 had affordable fixtures that totally renovated my space at a great price. Visit studio41.com to find a showroom near you.
Family Medicine Experience is your time to learn the latest. Just take it from this doc.
Wow, over 10 years. And the camaraderie is one great thing. The CME credits that you can get in one location, the variety of the information that you're getting, all of that is so important to me.
Join us this September in Phoenix. Learn more at aafp.org/FMXSOAR. That's FMXSOAR.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Nick Elamaya is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Top of the sixth inning, the Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals. With a new man on the mound. Left-hander Joe LaSorsa takes over. First pitch to Amaya is a ground ball hit to second. Roaming to his left is Vargas. He fields it and throws to first. One away. And today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Jennifer Pasialis from Schiller Park, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $150. If a Northsider hits a home run this inning, you can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Jennifer. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. Ian Happ at the plate looks at a strike on the outside corner from LaSorsa. Happ, the switch hitter, now batting from the right side. Check swing, foul ball. Count now 0-2. LaSorsa deals a swing and a miss, strike three. Now Happ with a fastball, 2 away.
LaSorsa coming in and he's throwing strikes. He's getting it and throwing it. He is not wasting any time at all. Strong lefty.
2 down. Top six Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals. Sorsa pitching in just his 6th game of the season for the Nats. As Michael Bush looks at a strike, a changeup on the outer half.
Bushy having a nice ball game. He's 2 for 3, a double, an RBI, a run scored, and a single here in the first half of this ball game. So very nice start to the series for Michael. Michael's having a very nice rookie year.
And the pitch. That's way outside. 1-1. And Bush. This is all you need to know. I mean, when you hit in the number 2 hole in the lineups today, you're highly thought of as he looks at the strike on the outside corner. 1-2. The pitch. Bush swings, and it's a high pop fly. Out of play off to the left. 1-2.
And Bushy's been very consistent performer for the Cubs this year. That's for sure.
And hitting at 254. He's got 16 home runs, now 51 RBIs. The pitch. Bush fouls it back off the screen. 1-2. And prior to tonight, and been in a little bit of a lull on this road trip. Hitting 160 coming in over the first 6 games. The 1-2. That's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off to a nice start here in D.C. with 2 hits. That pitch is swung on and missed. Foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Cubs go down in order in the top half of the 6th inning. Middle 6 in Washington. The Cubs with a 7-3 lead on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Justin Steele here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
No matter what you're a fan of, Texas has the trip for you. There's the trip to Texas and the trip. Or maybe you're the kind of fan who'd prefer a trip to Texas or a trip. Either way, go to traveltexas.com/get-your-own for the only trip to Texas that matters. Yours.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Moving day means you're in for a big transition. CubeSmart makes self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, we put the focus on you. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
7-3 Cubs here in Washington as we begin the bottom half of the 6th inning. James Wood at the plate, Shota Imanaga on the mound, and the pitch. Wood swings and misses at a slider off the outside. 0-1 the count. Wood's 1 for 2, singled in the first. 6'7". Open stance. Imanaga kicks and fires. Wood grounds one up the first base line behind the back, fielded by Bush. He steps on first before Wood gets there for out number 1. The first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Screen sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Good start here in the 6th for Shota. I think he's at 83 or 84 pitches so far in the ball game. He's done very well. A bunch of punch outs. Yeah, this next pitch will be 84. But he's really settled into the ball game well, a good command.
Juan Yepes at the plate. He pulls one on the ground to third. Fielded cleanly by Paredes. His throw across. Dug out by Bush via the backhand. 2 away.
And now he's got the ground ball going. So very nice job. As we were talking about Michael Bush having a very nice rookie year. His offense has been consistent for the most part all year. He's done a good job there, but he's really made great strides at first base. Understanding how to play the position. He really didn't play a lot of first base going into getting traded over to the Cubs, but he has done an excellent job from the time I saw him in spring and, trying to get a crash course on footwork and then around the bag and picking balls out of the dirt to now. That's a different guy over there at first base, and good for him. Hard work paying off.
Andres Chaparro swings and misses at a changeup from Imanaga. The count is 1-1. The first pitch was a ball outside. Chaparro, the cleanup man for the Nationals. The pitch. That's a called strike. Fastball on the outer half. 1-2.
A perfect pitch by Shota right at the knees, outside corner. Couldn't set it in there any better than he just threw that last one.
Down the 1-2 delivery. Chaparro fouls it out of play off to the right. Shota came into action tonight, leading the National League in strikeout to walk ratio at 6.4. 140 strikeouts coming in, just 22 walks. And the 1-2. Line drive, base hit in a left center field. Ball quickly retrieved by Happ. Get it back into the infield. Shapiro with a 2-out single. In tonight's ball game, Imanaga with 8 strikeouts and just 1 walk allowed.
Showed a little frustrated himself as we were watching on the monitor. He shook off a couple pitches from Amaya and then wanted to go to the split and kind of overthrew it maybe a little and hung, and he ends up giving up the base hit. One of the few pitches here lately that he didn't throw exactly where he wanted.
Jose Tena checks his swing at a ball low and outside. 1-0 the count. Remember, the Nationals lead Major League Baseball in stolen bases. Shapiro doesn't go. The pitch inside. 2-0 the count. Before the single by Shapiro moments ago, Imanaga had retired 11 consecutive batters after Dylan Cruz hit a solo shot in the third. 2-0 the count. Lefty-lefty matchup the pitch. Tena swings and fouls it out of play off to the left, 2-1. Paredes had been playing in, now moves back of the bag, but wide of third. Bush holding on the runner Shapiro at first. 2 down, bottom 6, Cubs with a 7-3 lead. And the pitch. Tena takes a called strike.
Tena didn't like that one. It was right at the bottom, right down the middle, right at the bottom of the zone. Good framework by Amaya to bring that ball into the zone, which was borderline, but he made a great catch of that fastball down.
2-2 check swing. Did he go? On appeal, no swing, says the third base umpire, Eric Backus, so it's a full count.
Now the runner will be going. 3-2, 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
Shapiro goes, and the pitch, a dribbler in front of home plate. Now the foul sign made by the home plate umpire, Mike Estabrook.
Nice job by Amaya. He got out there in a hurry. That ball, if he got out there one step earlier, it would have been fair. It was on the line and then just trickled foul. But great hustle by Amaya to try to get to that ball while it was still fair.
So 3-2 the count. Tena at the plate. Shapiro at first. Imanaga sets at the belt. Shakes the shoulders, looks at first. Shapiro goes. The pitch is hit high in the air, deep center, but playable for Crow Armstrong, who makes the catch, backing up just short of the track for out number 3. So Shapiro stranded on the bases after 6. It's the Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals on the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Want the same expert advice you get from the pros in the store while shopping online at DiscountTire.com? Meet Treadwell, your personal online tire guide that matches you with the perfect tire for your vehicle. Get your best match in 1 minute or less with Treadwell by Discount Tire. Let's get you taken care of.
Future students, ODU Global is connecting online students with life-changing scholarships. Don't wait. Scholarships are limited. Visit the ODU Global website and explore your options today. ODU Global, where your ambition meets opportunity.
What is chronic migraine? It's 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not approved for adults with migraine who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Ask your doctor about Botox.
Botox is a prescription medicine injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Talk to your doctor and visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
The seventh inning is sponsored by Volvo Plug-in Hybrid Vehicles, electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more. Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals, the opener of a 3-game set here in Washington, the final leg of the Cubs' 3-city, 9-game road trip. Seiya Suzuki at the plate. The Nationals have a new man on the mound. Right-hander Tanner Rainey takes over. He works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. Kicks and delivers. Shota swings and drills one deep down the left field line. A hooking foul out of play. Did I say Shota by accident? I'm sorry. Seiya Suzuki pulled that one. I've never seen Shota hit, but I'm guessing he would be hitting from the left side.
Probably could that.
Seiya, right-handed batter. These are live broadcasts, as our good friend Pat likes to say. There's no such thing as a take two. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Suzuki swings and misses. And a pitch off the outside, 0-2.
A nice breaking ball there. That's a good hook. 86-mile-an-hour slider from Rainey.
Suzuki digs in. Here's the pitch. It's way outside. 1-2. Seiya is 0 for 3 today. Suzuki hits out of a crouch, extends the hands high over home plate, and the pitch. It's up high. 2-2. Rainey working his 40th game of the year, has an ERA of 5.63. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Suzuki with a slider, 1 away.
A couple back-to-back sliders from Rainey. A couple good pitches to get the strikeout of Suzuki.
So 1 down, Cody Bellinger at the plate, and a 2-run home run in a 7-run second inning for the Cubs. Rainey deals, and Bellinger hits a high fly ball, shallow right center field. Coming in, Cruz, and the rookie makes the catch. 2 away as Bellinger is retired. Cubs are right in the heart of their lineup. Sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Isaac Paredes at the plate. He looks at the ball low. 1-0 the count. Paredes has been on base 3 times tonight. He singled to start that 7-run rally in the second. Was hit by a pitch in the third, walked in the 5th. Righty-righty matchup as Rainey works his motion. That pitch is low. 2-0. "75 degrees at the moment here in our nation's capital. Top of the 7th inning. The 2-0. Called strike on the outside corner. A fastball from Rainey. 2-1. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Paredes waits for the 2-1. Now time call.
Paredes still not happy with that last call from Mike Estabrook. The pitches off the plate away by at least a couple baseballs, and I can't call the strike.
The 2-1. Foul back. Out of play. 2-2.
I will say Esbrooks might have missed a couple, but nothing egregious, and he's had a pretty good night behind the plate. He has been a little pitcher-friendly, but not terribly. You haven't seen a lot of guys arguing on either side, so just looking at our monitor, he's had a pretty good night behind the dish so far.
There's the 2-2 delivery. Cole, strike 3. Fastball. Paredes has a brief conversation with Estabrook on his way back to the dugout. Time to stretch in Washington. Cubs up 7-3 over the Nationals. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you, too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Family medicine experience is your time to replenish your soul. Just take it from this doc.
Let's be honest, being a physician is a lot of hard work. It can be very draining and isolating at many times. And coming to FMX really recharges my batteries, fills my tank, and I take some of the energy home with me to revive why I do what I do so I can be a better physician and take better care of my patients.
Join us this September in Phoenix. Learn more at aafp.org/FMXSOAR. That's FMXSOAR.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you in for Pack tonight, the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Nationals here in Washington. Cubs leading the Nats 7-3 as we begin the bottom half of the 7th inning. Cubs have a new man on the mound. They're throwing right-hander Nate Pearson takes over for Shota Imanaga. Quality start tonight, going 6 innings, giving up 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Ildemaro Vargas, the former Cub at the plate, switch hitter, batting from the left side, and he greets Pearson with a ground ball base hit into right field between first and second.
Vargas comes right in the ball game and bangs one into right field for a base knock. Pearson in the game, big, hard-throwing right-hander.
Now the batter, C.J. Abrams. Left-handed hitting shortstop for Washington. He grounds one on the right side, fielded by Horner. To second for 1, Swanson to first, in time, double play, 4-6-3.
A nice play by Nico. He catches his ball, gets it. He might have got a little bit lost in the transition, but got it to Swanson in good shape. Even though he juggled it just a smidge, but had a nice pivot and a big double play ball for the Cubs here in the 7th.
Double plays turned by the Cubs are sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Keibert Ruiz looks at a strike from Pearson. Switch hitting catcher now batting from the left side against the right-hander. Bottom 7. Cubs with a 7-3 lead as Ruiz grounds one foul off to the right in the hole, 0-2.
And our reviews of the game, they're sponsored by Northwest Medicine. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, signing with the Cubs as Ruiz swings and misses at a 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Pearson. Strike 3, and that ends the 7th inning. Cubs up 7-3 in Washington on the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The sound of bourbon city. Plan your sip at GoToLouisville.com. See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join the next adventure as Harry and his son set off on a mind-blowing race through time, brought to life before your eyes and beyond your imagination. It's time to believe in magic at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Moving day means that you and the things that matter to you are in for a big transition. There's a lot to figure out. New closets, different counter space, change of floor plan. No worries. CubeSmart is here, so you have a place for everything. It's our job to make self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, this is a self-storage experience that puts the focus on you because you matter to us. With self-storage that fits seamlessly into your life, you'll have plenty of peace of mind to unpack along the way. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
At Berman Subaru of Chicago, we're more than a car dealership. We're part of the community, and we're proud to support the people who make it great. Berman Subaru is dedicated to supporting partners like the Anti-Cruelty Society, and we're honored to receive the 2024 Subaru Love Promise Community Commitment Award. Subaru and Berman Subaru of Chicago believe in making a positive impact on the communities in which we live and work. That's the Subaru Love Promise. Berman Subaru of Chicago, more than a car dealer.
7-3 Cubs, top of the 8th inning. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877. Cars for Kids, that's cars dedicated. Donate your car today. And the Nationals have a new guy in the bump, Z.
Right-hander Eduardo Salazar takes over. Jake Irvin started for the Nats, went 4 2/3, giving them 7 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Shota Imanaga started for the Cubs. He went 6 innings, giving up 3 runs and 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. A quality start. Quality starts by Cubs pitching. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. See quality come to life with Benjamin Moore paints in 35 other colors. Visit BenjaminMoore.com for a location near you. Nico Horner at the plate, first to face Salazar, and he takes a ball low and inside, 1-0. Nico's 1 for 3, singled in the second. So grounded out and struck out. Salazar deals. Nico takes ball 2 inside.
Cubs could use a couple insurance runs here late in the ball game. See if Nico can get this 8th inning jump started a little bit for the Cubs.
The pitch. That's inside, 3-0.
Cubs with 7 runs on 8 hits. All the runs coming in the second inning. Cubs with a 7-run second. They went around the lineup and then some. They hit 11 hitters in that inning.
Nico looks at a strike, 3-1.
2-run homer. Yep, 2-run homer by Belly. 2 doubles. Peter Armstrong banged one off the wall for 2-run double. 7 runs in that inning. It's the only inning they've scored, but that's all they've needed so far.
Nico looks at ball 4 inside, and he leads off the 8th with a walk.
And now this is perfect time for Nico to be off and running. Cubs love to get an insurance run or 2, and with Nico at first base, good base stealer, good base runner. See if Craig Counsell and Cubs get Nico off and running.
Dansby Swanson at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single in that second inning. Nico's not going. The pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Walks by opposing pitchers are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit NorthShore.com. Now the 0-1. That's foul off to the left. So Swanson in the hole, 0-2. Reminder to stay tuned for the toast of the game, presented by Vinny's Beverage Depot, coming up in the 9th inning with Ron Coomer. Swanson waits for the 0-2. Here it comes. Going outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cubs began the night 5 games behind Atlanta for that final wild card spot in the National League. The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Throw to first. Nico dives back in safely. 1-2 the count on Swanson. Right now in the top of the 8th inning, it's the Braves leading the Phillies 7-2. Orlando Arcia has gone deep twice for Atlanta. Nico goes. The pitch, swing, and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. The throw to second is in time as Nico is retired. Strike him out, throw him out. Double play by Washington.
Boy, at first view, Nico coming off the field I thought the second base umpire called him safe. Edwin Jimenez, it kind of looked awkward. But he called him out, and Nico Kim comes off the bag. He did call him safe, and then Nico off the bag as he slid past the bag, called him out. And Nico just overslid second base, could not keep his left foot on the bag, and he's out at second, so double play.
Mark that one down, strikeout, caught stealing 2-4. Pete Crow Armstrong looks at a ball outside. The next pitch is popped up, shallow center, drifting back the shortstop Abrams, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Middle 8, Cubs 7, Nationals 3 on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. The Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The only way to be your best self is with your best help. When you have a health partner who doesn't just treat part of you, they care for all of you. At Advocate Healthcare, we're helping more people feel better than ever by making care easier, more accessible, and more complete than ever before, so that you can enjoy more of the moments you love. That's what it means to live meaningfully, to live joyfully, to live fully with Advocate Healthcare. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Your time and expertise are valuable, making focus one of the most important resources to have at work. These days, professionals spend nearly half the work week on written communication, and it can be difficult to stay on task with all the emails and documents you have to get through. With Grammarly as your AI writing partner, you can stay focused and quickly get through your work with relevant real-time suggestions wherever you write. It works across 500,000 apps and websites, so it can help with everything, from brainstorming presentation ideas to sounding more confident and persuasive in emails and reports. For 15 years, Grammarly has offered best-in-class communication support and enterprise-grade security on a business model that doesn't sell your data. 93% of professionals report that Grammarly helps them get more work done. Download Grammarly for free at grammarly.com/podcast. That's GRAMMARLY.com/podcast.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Jacob Young at the plate to lead off the last of the 8th for Washington, and he looks at a ball low. Nate Pearson, the hard-throwing right-hander for the Cubs. The next pitch on the way, Young swings and fouls it out of play off to the right. 1-1 the count. Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals. This is the opener of a 3-game series. Cubs scoring all of their runs in the second inning. Pete Crow Armstrong, the go-ahead 2-run double. Pitch, Young swings, and hits one in the air down the right field line, slicing foul out of play. 1-2. Cody Bellinger contributed with a 2-run home run in that big inning for the Cubs. Dansby Swanson had a Ribby single, Michael Busch an RBI double, and Ian Happ also drove in a run for the fielder's choice. Shota Imanaga went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, and struck out 8. Pearson deals. Young looks at the ball low and outside. 2-2. Cubs have got some kind of offense lately. Scored 41 runs in Pittsburgh. 7 here tonight against the Nats. The pitch. An awkward-looking swing and a miss. Strike 3. And a fastball clocked at 100 miles per hour. Young's retired. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Good high gas and extreme heat from Pearson at the top of the zone for strike 3.
Now the batter is Dylan Cruz. He looks at a strike from Pearson, a slider that spins into the zone, 0-1. Bottom 8, Cubs with a 7-3 lead. Pearson sets, kicks, and fires. Another swing of this. 1-2. Pearson acquired right around the trading deadline in a deal with Toronto. First round pick of the Blue Jays back in the day. Here comes the 0-2. High fly ball down the right field line. Slicing foul out of play by Cruz.
Great thing tonight. Pearson throwing a lot of strikes. Cubs with a nice lead at 7-3. He comes in, thrown 13 pitches, but 11 of them have been strikes.
The next pitch is a bouncing ball up the middle, fielded by Horner behind the bag, across the body throw in time to get the speedy Cruz 2 away.
Pearson, ball chopped right back at him. He's a little off balance, falling off the first base side. Kind of flags at it, and I'm glad he missed because it was a routine 2-hopper to Nico up the middle. Nico makes that play 10 out of 10 times. So I'm glad Pearson didn't deflect that ball. He was definitely not what you would say in a graceful fielding position to try to catch that ball.
James Wood at the plate looks at a slider. It's the outside portion of the dish for strike 0-1.
There were some of my teammates through the years that were on the bump that we would joke about and say, you throw it and let us catch the ball once it's hit, unless it's rolling right to you.
Let the professionals handle this, right? That pitch low and inside to Wood, 1-1 the count. The next pitch. A chopper over the head of Pearson again. Charging Horner, fields to his left, slings a throw underhand style to first in time to get Wood. What a play by Nico. Let's see if the Nationals challenge this. They won't. That's out number 3. Nice defense by the Cubs here in the 8th. We head to the 9th. It's the Cubs with a 7-3 lead over the Nationals on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You can give it a little swirl. Already anticipating.
The sounds of Bourbon City. Plan yourself at GoToLouisville.com.
Oh, hey, can we have your attention for about 25 seconds? Thanks. In a media landscape of declining TV viewership, distracting billboards, and endless pop-ups, how about getting your message right to the ears of your consumer? We are Odyssey, and we are a company full of audio fanatics. We make podcasts, radio, and we know about sports. And we can get the attention of any listener, from a broad nationwide audience all the way to the consumer who responds to whistling. Advertise with Odyssey. To learn more, go to ads.odyssey.com.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
And designated hitters tonight are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or at their Elmhurst or Lowell showrooms. And all stolen bases are sponsored by Turo Tire. For each stolen base this season, donations are made to keeping families covered by Turo Tire. Top of the 9th inning, Cubs up 7-3. And
Miguel Amaya at the plate. He looks at a strike from the new right-hander in the game for the Nationals, Orlando Rebalta. Tall, slender, works on the first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Amaya pops it up behind home plate. Foul out of play. 0-2. Amaya's 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Reminder to stay tuned for the It's Not a Game Illinois.com Cubs radio postgame show coming up with Gabe Ramirez immediately following the action tonight. Maya takes the ball inside, 1-2. We thank Gabe for his contributions this evening, filling in for me as I fill in for Pat, as he fills in for Boog on the TV side tonight.
A lot of filling.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. That's outside.
And hardest working, I'll get this out. Hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. What hard workers deserve. There's been some candidates tonight, some good ball by the Cubs. This pitch is fouled back by Maya, but Michael Bush with a couple good plays and 2 big hits in the ballgame. With a big RBI double, scored a run and drove in a run, and then singled in the 4th. But he was part of that 7-run second. So Michael Bush will be the hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve.
Maya pops it up. Right side foul territory. Chaparro, the first baseman, makes the catch. Just near the side track behind the coaching line at first.
And this copyrighted broadcast presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
What was that?
You heard it.
Oh, yeah, I did. So did everyone else. Ian Happ swings, drives one deep down the right field line. This is hooking foul. It definitely had home run distance. A loud strike going 1 to count.
Boy, when that ball left the bat, I thought for sure that was a bomb. Going right down the line. It wasn't really hooking much, but just foul as Ian hit that ball into the second deck.
Revolta deals. Happ looks at the ball low and outside. 1-1 the count. Happ has a double and an RBI tonight. Cubs up 7-3 with 1 away in the top of the 9th. The pitch. Inside, check swing. Did he go? On appeal, no, says Eric Backus. Count 2-1. We need a catch of the game.
And we got to play at third base. Paredes on that slow roller, the bare hand pickup. That was about as good a play as third baseman can make.
And it nailed the speed, Jacob Young.
That was an outstanding play.
That takes a strike on the outside corner. 2-2 the count. Yep, so the Paredes play in the 5th is our catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines, where only the S's are silent. Discovered the best of the Midwest at CatchDesMoines.com. Now the 2-2. That looks at the ball low and outside. It's a full count. The At Our Best moment of the game is sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. It's not just one moment for me. Here comes the 3-2. Happ swings and lines one up the middle for a base hit. It's Happ's second hit of the game. It comes with 1 away here in the top of the 9th, and the Cubs up 7-3. I'm going to say that entire second inning where the Cubs put the offensive barrage together and took the lead. That second inning is the At Our Best moment of the game tonight.
Yeah, Cubs have not scored but in 1 inning, but boy, did they. 11 hitters come to the plate, score 7 runs.
Michael Bush at the plate. He swings and misses. Got a fastball from Revolta, clocked at 96 miles per hour.
When that inning started, the Cubs were down 2-0 after the first. Cubs scored 7, and Shota gave up 1 more in the 3rd, but pitched an outstanding ball game.
The pitch. Bush hits a high pop fly. Left field, foul territory. Does Wood have a play? Yeah, he does. Makes the catch right along the sidewall for out number 2. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score. Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. 2 away, top 9, a man at first. Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Cubs with a 7-3 lead here in Washington. The pitch is low for ball 1. Engineer tonight is Tim Jones, helping us splice to the speakers of your radio as well as all of your smart devices. That being held on at first by Chaparro. Suzuki waits for the 1-0. The pitch. Distant foul out of play off to the right, 1-1.
It's turned out to be a pretty nice night here in D.C. It was very overcast and rainy when we were coming to the ballpark, and then it stopped raining, but then it started again about the 6th inning, 5th or 6th. Not hard, but just like a heavy mist, and now it's turned out to be a decent night.
Suzuki lines one foul off to the right, 1-2. A very comfortable evening here in our nation's capital.
Two of them we were kind of expecting, but that's okay. We can accept that.
You don't need a jacket, man. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Got him with a fastball. Knapp stranded at first. And that ends the top half of the ninth. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Cubs up by 4. 7-3 over the Nationals on the score of the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Jameson Tyone here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join the next adventure as Harry and his son set off on a mind-blowing race through time. Brought to life before your eyes and beyond your imagination. It's time to believe in magic at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
I wanted to renovate my kitchen and bathroom, but couldn't afford a huge project. Thankfully, Studio 41 had affordable fixtures that totally renovated my space at a great price. Visit Studio41.com to find a showroom near you.
Family Medicine Experience is your time to spread your wings. Just take it from this doc.
FMX is for family physicians and for everybody. I personally feel like if you're a family physician and you want to learn and connect with your colleagues and feel rejuvenated about your practice and what you're doing and the impact and value you're making, FMX is the place for you.
Join us this September in Phoenix. Learn more at aafp.org/FMXSOAR. That's FMXSOAR.
The Federal Air Marshal Service protects the traveling public in the air and on the ground. You're invited to attend the FAM Chicago hiring event on September 17th and 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center at 5555 North River Road, Rosemont, Illinois. No law enforcement experience is required. Join a mission that matters and visit jobs.tsa.gov/law-enforcement to register for the event. U.S. citizenship required.
Getting set for the last of the ninth here in Nationals Park. And it's the Cubs with a 7-3 lead over Washington. Cubs have Tyson Miller in the game now pitching. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products. Siding with the Cubs, Shota Imanaga started and went the first 6 innings. Quality start, giving up just 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Cubs struck for all of their runs in the second inning. 11 men came to the plate. Pete Crow Armstrong had the biggest hit. A 2-run go-ahead double. Luis Garcia Jr. pinch hitting for Juan Yepes to begin the ninth for Washington. And looks at a ball low and inside from Tyson Miller. 1-0 the count. Miller works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. The right-hander deals. Garcia fouls it back 1-1. We just got the attendance, 28,792. It's time to see how we did with our guesses in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game as Garcia looks at a ball high and outside. 2-1 the count. It's a very tightly contested game. And Kuhn, you are the winner tonight. You came closest with a guess of 25,300. The next pitch swung on and missed. 2-2 the count now on Garcia.
Good high fastball, little side slinging heater up and away. Little upshoot heater from Miller.
The next pitch is fouled back out of play. Count remains 2-2. So what a start to your holiday weekend here in Washington.
Oof. I don't even know how to explain.
Do have an earlier start than normal tomorrow, so take it easy tonight. Yeah. Here comes the 2-2. Garcia taps one foul off the glove of Amaya. Tried to hold on and couldn't.
Even that ball hit the glove and then went back behind him. He made a diving attempt to catch that ball. Even Mike Estabrook got out of the way. That's pretty good effort by both guys to try. Amaya gave it a good shot. Tried to catch it barehanded, but couldn't.
So they'll do it again. Here comes the 2-2. Garcia fouls it back off the screen. Our coverage tomorrow begins with the pregame show at 2:30 in the afternoon. First pitch comes your way at 3:05 here from our nation's capital. Game 2 of this 3-game set. Javier Assad will get the ball for the Cubs. Miller delivers. Garcia bounces it foul off to the right. 2-2. Former Cub farmhand DJ Hurds will be on the mound for Washington. He was acquired by the Nats in the deal that sent Jeimer Candelario to the Cubs last year. Now the 2-2. Garcia hits a fly ball to center. Racing back, Pro Armstrong. It's over his head. One hops the wall. Pro Armstrong barehands the ball off the wall and fires a strike to second, but not in time as Garcia has a stand-up double.
Well, Garcia coming in a pinch hit, and he ends up having a good at-bat, and then finally gets pitch he can handle. It's a fastball middle of the plate up. And this ball kind of surprised Pete a little bit, but no matter what, he wasn't going to be able to catch this ball. As it one hops the wall, lands on the track close to the wall, and then he bare hands it, fires it into second base. But good at bat for Garcia.
Now the Nationals will send up another pinch hitter. Joey Gallo will pinch hit for Andre Chaparro. Powerful left-handed batter against the right-hander Miller. And the pitch. It's inside for ball one.
Gallo, long-time big leaguer. Big-time pop in his bat. And also has a tendency to strike out a lot.
He's 30 years old, 6'5", 249 pounds.
You make a mistake, and he can hit the ball about as far as anybody in the league right now.
Pitch outside, 2-0. And Gallo was playing for the Twins last year. Cubs were in Minnesota. He hit a long home run.
He can hit them, there's no doubt. That's for sure.
And at second, no one out. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball that floats into the zone for a strike, 2-1. Gallo's been around for a while. Debuted in 2015 with the Texas Rangers. He's also played for the Yankees, Dodgers, and Twins. Signed a one-year deal with the Nats in January. Here's the pitch. Foul back off the screen. 2-2. Grew up outside Las Vegas. He played on youth baseball teams in Vegas with Chris Bryant and Bryce Harper. I'll bet they never lost.
It had to be a pretty good club with them three hitting.
Pitch just outside. Full count.
Bryce was a catcher then. KB, I would assume, probably played shortstop, and Gallo probably all pitched. And
yep. And an interesting story about Gallo as a pitcher. You're going to like this. Here comes the payoff pitch to Gallo. He fists one foul out of play off to the left. So the day of his prom, Gallo threw a no-hitter for his high school team. His prom date, Greg Maddox's daughter.
How about that?
Maddox was working with the Rangers, ultimately helped him get drafted. Here comes the 3-2. Outside ball 4. Gallo draws a walk. And now the Nationals have men at first and second with no one out. In the bottom of the ninth, the Cubs with a 7-3 lead.
Now Miller comes into the ball game and he gets greeted by two left-handers, and as a sidearm righty who's not, I wouldn't say he's an overpowering guy, but he's got a lot of, deception in that three-quarter delivery, almost, not really sidearm, but definitely three-quarter. But that's also an advantage to the left-handed hitter. So he sees two lefties in a row, gives up a double and a walk, and now another lefty coming to the plate. So he's got to figure this out. Hopefully, he can throw one that gets a little sink to it, maybe get a ground ball. You can roll a pair.
Men at first and second for Washington. No one out here at the bottom of the ninth. It comes up by 4. A 7-3 lead, the opener of a 3-game set. Left-handed hitting Jose Tena at the plate. 1 for 3 with a 2-run double in the first. Sitting at .310 this season. And the pitch by Miller is outside, ball 1. Tena acquired in a deal with Cleveland at the deadline in late July for Lane Thomas. He's a distant cousin of former Cub Franmil Reyes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
That's the best pitch he's thrown there. Slow breaking ball inside. Got the big swing, but way out front. That's pitches Tana.
Miller looks at second. Garcia's there, and the pitch. Tana dribbles one back to the mound, fielded left of the mound by Miller. His throw to first in time. Tana is retired, but the runners advance. Garcia moves to third, and Gallo to second.
That's just a little number off the mound to the third base side, and Miller had some thoughts about going somewhere else other than first. But right now, you know, tying run is not to the plate, so you want to get an out, and let's just keep trying to get outs. You make kind of that Superman play, hoping to get a lead runner. You don't get it, now you bring the tying run to the plate.
Ildemaro Vargas at the plate, check swing and a slider low on appeal. That's a strike, says Eric Backus, the third base umpire. So the count 0-1 on Vargas. Switch hitter batting for the left side against the right-hander Miller. Cubs with a 7-3 lead, one down, bottom nine. Here's the pitch. Vargas lines one into right field. It drops in for a base hit. Garcia scores. Gallo being held at third, and it's now 7-4 Cubs after the Ribby single to right by Ildemaro Vargas.
Three out of the four hitters have reached base. All of them have been left-handed. And now Abrams, another lefty, coming to the plate. Yeah, and that will be all for Miller, as that'll bring out Craig Counsell.
Yeah, he's going to make the pitching change and go with the veteran left-hander Drew Smiley. So Miller's night is done. 7-4 the score. Cubs with the lead, but just one away here in the bottom of the ninth inning. The Nationals have men at the corners. C.J. Abrams will represent the tying run when we come back. On the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get the fastest speeds and low-lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience that knocks it out of the park. And you'll have a consistent connection with reduced buffering and freezing, so you can stay in all the action inning after inning. When it's game time, make sure to catch it all with internet that's powerful and reliable. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit Xfinity.com/network management.
Ready to transform your space from drab to fab? Look no further than your neighborhood Benjamin Moore store. They're your partners in paint perfection, offering a kaleidoscope of quality colors and finishes from bold to subtle. Their paints are designed to impress and endure. Their expert team provides personalized guidance every step of the way, ensuring your project shines. Whether you're a pro or a DIY enthusiast, let Benjamin Moore bring your vision to life. Ignite your creativity today and visit benjaminmoore.com for a location near you.
Veteran left-hander Drew Smiley now on the mound for the Cubs. 3-6 this season with a 2.91 ERA in 40 games. We're at the bottom of the ninth inning here in Washington. The Nationals already have scored once in this frame. It's a 7-4 Cubs lead. The Nats have men at the corners. Joey Gallo at third. Ildemaro Vargas, the ex-Cub, at first. C.J. Abrams due up. He's a left-handed hitter. Smiley being asked to close this thing out, the opener of a three-game set between the Cubs and Nats. By the way, the first out was sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. So Abrams digs in. Smiley looks at first and deals. Low and outside, ball one. Abrams is 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of strikeouts. And he grounded into a double play, hitting at 243 on the year. Upright stance from the left side, very little bend at the knees. Smiley works his motion and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Good breaking ball there by Smiley. Good location at the bottom of the zone. Abrams well out front.
7-4 Cubs. One down, men at the corners. And the pitch. Foul back off the screen, 1-2.
Smiley got away with one there. That was fastball down and in, but in the strike zone. Abrams with a big swing and just fouled it back. That is not the pitch you want to throw to Abrams in this spot.
Smiley sets at the belt. Kicks and delivers. That one in the dirt. 2-2. Nice block by Amaya to keep the runners where they are. Gallo at third. And Vargas at first. A double play ends the ball game. And now the 2-2. Another pitch low and outside. Full count.
Tried to go with the knuckle curve again, and Abrams not biting on that one down. And now that's the big pitch. 3-2, 1 out, first and third. Cubs up by 3 with 2 men on.
Smiley along set and the pitch. In the dirt again, ball 4. And now the Nationals have the bases loaded. Just 1 away.
On 3-2, Smiley tried to throw another knuckle curveball and see if he could get one in the zone. But he kind of spikes this one and it lands in the dirt. Not really close, and Abrams takes it. And now you got Ruiz coming to the plate as a right-handed hitter with the bases loaded in the 9th. Nationals down by 3.
Keibert Ruiz, 0 for 3 tonight. 12 home runs this season, hitting at .219. 1 down, bases loaded, Cubs up by 3, and the pitch. It's taken for a strike. Smiley going with a slow-moving knuckle curve. 1-1 the count. Right-hander Keegan Thompson warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Smiley kicks and delivers. In the dirt, blocked by Amaya again. Count 1-1.
And Miguel's done an excellent job behind home plate in this inning, blocking some tough pitches in the dirt. This knuckle curve bounces well in front of home plate, and Amaya, like a wall, just stops that ball right at the dish.
Smiley peers in, gets the sign from Amaya. He straightens up. And the 1-1. This is popped up, foul out of play behind home plate. 1-2. Porter Hodge pitched 2 innings in the Cubs' last game on Wednesday. So likely unavailable tonight. Jorge Lopez has been dealing with some injury issues, so perhaps he's unavailable tonight as well. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the knuckle curve, 2 away.
Ruiz chases that one in the dirt. That's knuckle curveball. This one goes down to the dirt. It bounces right behind home plate. And Ruiz chases this ball. Big strikeout for Smiley. And now need a little pop-up, little ground ball, and get out of this inning and get out of this game with a W.
2 down, bases loaded, Cubs up by 3. Jacob Young at the plate. He swings, ground ball, base hit into center field. 1 run is in, around third, and racing home is the next run as Vargas scores. And it is now 7-6. Cubs holding on to a 1-run lead, but the Nationals still threatening. They've got men at first and second, 2 away, and Brett Counsell is in all likelihood going to make a pitching change here with Dylan Cruz due up.
Little fastball up and out over the plate. Young was not going to wait for that knuckle curveball. He got a heater. Shoots it right back through the middle, drives in 2, and now we got a 1-run ball game with Abrams at second base. He's got great speed.
Keegan Thompson will come into the ball game for the Cubs. Try to lock down what's been a much closer than anticipated ball game. Thanks to a big rally here by the Nationals in the 9th. It's the Cubs 7, the Nats 6, the tying run on second base, the winning run on first. 2 away, Dylan Cruz due up. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
If it happens in a Cubs game, it happens right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
All right, listen up, baseball fans. When your team is up to bat and the bases are loaded, step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. It's got the fastest speeds and low-lag streaming, which means you'll enjoy an incredible viewing experience that knocks it out of the park. Plus, you'll get a consistent connection with reduced buffering and freezing, even when the whole team is online. So you can stay in all the action, inning after inning, all from the comfort of your living room. When it's game time, kick back and make sure to catch the biggest must-see moments with internet that's both powerful and reliable. Sounds like a win to me. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because it's only live once. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit Xfinity.com/network management.
The Nationals have scored 3 times here in the last of the ninth to make it a 1-run ball game. It's the Cubs 7 and the Nats 6, 2 away. But Washington still threatening, men at first and second. Keegan Thompson is the new man on the mound for the Cubs. And Dylan Cruz will hit for Washington. He's 1 for 4 tonight. A home run in the third. A solo shot off Shota Imadage's second big league home run. Abrams at second, Young at first. Excellent speed on the bases for Washington. The pitch. Called strike.
Now, if you're a Cubs infielder, you got to do your very best to keep the ball in the infield. A base hit to the outfield will tie the game for sure. Abrams with great speed.
The next pitch is low. Thompson missing with a slider. 1-1 to count on Cruz. The number 2 overall pick in last year's draft. Right-handed batter. The right-hander Thompson delivers. That's up high. 2-1.
Breaking ball just missed up in the sun.
Abrams the tying run at second. Young the winning run at first. The pitch. Foul back off the screen by Cruz. 2-2.
Cruz got a fastball up and in, and he took a big rip at it and just fouled it straight back.
So the Nationals are down to their last strike. Keegan Thompson looking to put the game away. The opener of a 3-game set. He kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ball game over. Keegan Thompson with a huge strikeout of Dylan Cruz. And the Nationals leave 2 to end the ball game. Cubs hold on. They beat the Nationals 7-6.
Now Keegan goes with a breaking ball there. It's a breaking ball. Cruz swings over the top of it. Even though it stayed inside, Keegan still got on top of it enough to get some downward break to it. And the Cubs end up winning a ball game as Thompson comes in and really kind of saves the day, makes some good pitches, and gets the final out.
And the Cubs move 3 games above the